everyone, my name is Khira Momodu and I am so happy you all pressed play. As you saw by the thumbnail, there's a lot of patterns that I will be talking about right now, and I first want to start off with a little bit of an introduction. This is my first YouTube video, so I'm assuming most of you all don't know who I am. And if you do know who I am, hello. I am Khira Momodu and I am a young adult DIYer. I started sewing when I was very young. I think, just to put it into context, I started sewing after or around the first episode of That's So Raven. I was really inspired by Raven Baxter, by her making her own clothes, and I thought I wanted to do the same. So my mom enrolled me into classes at Joanne Fabrics and the rest is history. I took a huge break from middle school to pretty much all of college, but I'm back and I'm better. And let's start this pattern haul. I love watching pattern hauls because I feel like I'm just nosy. I want to know what people bought, what patterns that I need to add into my stash, and I wanted to bring that to the world as my first ever YouTube video on this channel. So the first pattern that I want to show you is actually something that I've already made before. I want to actually copy the entire pattern from start to finish. The last time when I made it, I did not do that. I just made the t-shirt version of it, and that is the Simplicity 8452. And this is just very cute, on-trend shirt, and it's actually very easy and very fast to make. If you are a beginner sewer, this is something that you can easily make. I would actually just say, just don't do the choker part, because following the instructions for the choker is a little bit difficult, but everything else is very easy. And if you want to know how I made any of these patterns, or if you're curious to have a sew along or anything, just let me know and I can make that as a future video. And for this pattern, I have a Simplicity 8334, and this is a Mimi G pattern. And I really like this pattern, but I do have plans of making very many drastic modifications to this dress, but I like it. I like the stretch knit combination, and I think it's a great pattern to move from end of summer into fall. When I picked up this pattern, and this is a Simplicity 8414, my mom was like, Khira, this is very much you, and she's definitely correct. I'm such a simple person in terms of everything except from technology, but also within my style. And this pattern is very me. It's like, honestly, this is probably going to be one of the first patterns that I work on, like commercial patterns that I work on. And this pattern, this is the Gertie. This is a Butterick pattern, and the woman on this sheet is actually Gertie. She's a very famous designer, seamstress out there. And this is the Butterick 86453. And I like this pattern. A lot of people wore this throughout the summertime. I definitely have plans of pattern hacking it. I love View B, but I really would like View B as a skirt, like a denim skirt with ruffles at the edge. I think that would be amazing. And if you want to see how it ends up, you better subscribe or follow me on all my social media so you can find out what it looks like. And this is another Simplicity pattern, and this is the 8375. And with this pattern, it's actually, Simplicity just came out with a new line of pattern hacking. They see that a lot of us are using patterns, but we're not using them from start to end, or modifying the patterns. And with this pattern, you can make many different things with this one layout. But I actually plan on just making the base pattern, which is the dress in the picture, because I think it's very easy and very comfortable to wear for my big girl job coming up in October. And also, I really didn't have plans of buying this pattern, but it was 99 cents, so I was like, okay, why not? I saw this on many people's Instagrams that I follow, and I thought this was great. And this is the Simplicity 8389, and this pattern is View D, and View D is this one, and I think she looks pretty cute. This is definitely the type of pants that I usually wear, so it's great to have a pattern for it, a commercial pattern for it at least. And also, if you follow me on social media, you've seen a button front skirt like this. The one that I put on social media is actually one that I hand drafted over winter time, but I decided I liked the way that the View A is, so I thought I would just pick it up just because. I might make this, but I might not make this. I'm not really sure yet. And I really like this upcoming pattern, and this is the Vogue V9209. I think this pattern is very much me, and I really like view B of this pattern. I like the color of it. I like everything. I like the combination, so I definitely will be following this pattern from start to finish. I think it's very trendy but chic at the same time, and also a great thing to wear to work. I'm working at a tech company in the coming weeks, but it's always great, and our attire is usually t-shirt and jeans, but you know, you can always mix it up a few times out of the week, and definitely this is something I would wear to work. I would wear it to anywhere, actually, to be honest. And this next Vogue pattern, I am all about the sleeves with this. I love the sleeves. I'm a sleeve person. This is a shirt that I made myself, and the same thing. Did you see the floss on this? Like, I love it. And I specifically love UB, and I just think it's a really fun pattern that anybody, that is good for pretty much any season other than winter, but I think it's cute. End of fall, early fall, end of summer look for sure. Also, I put this on my Instagram story. This is the McCall 7672 pattern. I put it on my Instagram story, not yet on my Instagram feed because I haven't taken pictures, but I did view A, and a lot of people really loved it. I personally loved it a lot as well. And I have plans of making B. I saw a version of version B, which is one that right here. I saw a version of it, and this lady made it with stripes, and I thought it was the cutest thing. The one that I made for view A, I used gingham, and I think it was really cute as well. Another pattern that I have is the Butterick pattern, and it's a Butterick 6394, and I really like view C. I think view C was my favorite, obviously, but yeah, I definitely will be making this pattern hands down. I don't have the fabric for it yet, but I'm looking already, and I will probably start wearing this if I get to wear it. Would be in December time when it gets really cold. And I also loved this McCall 7574 pattern, and this pattern, I saw a version of this pattern on Faux Alexander, and I was like, yes, I need to make this. She made it in like a really nice soft pink color, and I was like, yes. I would personally, I really like the stripes, so if I find, actually I purchased fabric for this, but I ended up returning it because I didn't like it after a while, and I was like, no, this is not going to be it. So I'm still on the search to look for some fabric for UD. And I also have Butterick 6332 on the list of patterns that I will be making this for till the end of the year, basically. And it is view A that I like a lot. It's just a basic jacket. I like it, but I think I might want to make it a little bit longer. And it's very hard to see. Again, everything will be in the description, so I will give you links to the actual patterns in the description bar as well. So be sure to check it out. And I live for this Butterick 5473 pattern, especially view A, and especially just everything about it, the fabric choice, the pattern choice. The fabric design is amazing. I really like it. So if I find something similar to this, I definitely will be making it right away. Or I might do different colors because I think that would be fun. And this is pretty much like the Butterick pattern that I just showed you all, but this is also the Simplicity 1284, and I really like view C of this pattern, not view C, sorry, view B of this pattern, no, sorry, again, view A of this pattern. I think she looks pretty cute, and I like it. Is this view A? Yeah, I think it's view A. And bomber jackets are always in trend to me, and I really like the Simplicity pattern. When I went to Thailand, I bought a lot of appliques, so I think it's going to be fun to decorate this bomber jacket when I'm completed with it. And this is the Simplicity 8187 pattern. Again, this is Simplicity 8418 pattern. It's very chic, very in trend, very young adult DIYer. And this pattern isn't a learn to sew pattern. If you're interested in learning how to sew, I highly recommend getting a pattern that does say learn to sew. Or in the coming weeks, I will be doing DIY tutorials as well with some of these patterns, and also with some patterns that I made by myself. So if you're interested, if you have a pattern in mind that you have seen and you just don't know how to make, just let me know and I can help you out. And I can make a video for you specifically. So the 8299, I really like this pattern. I like that her look is pretty much my style, very simple but comfortable as well. And I really like the V of the pattern. I'm not a fan of the elastic, so I think I might change it up so it can be like an invisible zipper instead. But I want it to, I just don't, I don't know. I don't really like elastic that much in that area, at least. And lastly, but definitely not least, I have the Simplicity 8394, and this is a Mimi G pattern. This is actually kind of an older Mimi G pattern, I believe, and I'm here for the BB. BB is just the ruffle skirt. I like this a lot. I can easily see myself making like many of these in different fabrics, and I've seen a few that I really like as well. So definitely something that I'll be making throughout the next few months. So that's it. I just showed you actually a portion of patterns that I recently bought. There was a huge pattern sale. Some of these were $1.99, $4.99, 99 cents, so I definitely took advantage. The retail value of these are usually about 15 to 20, even $20+, so definitely take advantage of pattern sales in your area. I only buy my patterns as of today. Well, as of now, I only buy my patterns from Joann Fabric or Hobby Lobby. I don't buy online because I just don't like paying for shipping for things. So, yeah. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you haven't already, please subscribe. Please comment down below what pattern you really like. If you want me to do any tutorials for you, feel free to write that down in the comments as well. And I'll see you all soon. Thank you for watching.